Welcome. In this video, we will tackle the maximum sum circular subarray problem. This is a fascinating variation of the standard maximum subarray problem, often solved using Kadane's algorithm. It is a common interview question that tests your understanding of array manipulation and logic. First, let us understand what a circular array is. In a typical linear array, the sequence ends at the last index. However, in a circular array, the last element is connected back to the first element. This implies that a subarray can start at the end of the array and wrap around to the beginning, creating new possibilities for finding sums. Our goal is to find the contiguous subarray with the largest sum. In the first example shown here, the maximum sum is 5, found within the array boundaries. In the second example, however, the maximum sum is 10. This is achieved by taking the 5 at the end and connecting it with the 5 at the beginning. This wrapping capability is what makes the problem unique. When solving this, we only need to consider two scenarios. Case 1 is where the maximum sum subarray sits normally inside the array, just like in a standard non-circular problem. Case 2 is where the maximum sum subarray wraps around the edges, effectively connecting the tail and the head of the array. Case 1 is straightforward. Since there is no wrapping, we can simply use the standard Kadane's algorithm. We iterate through the list, maintaining a current sum and resetting it to 0 whenever it drops below 0. This gives us the maximum linear sum. Case 2 requires a bit more thought. If the maximum sum wraps around the edges, it means the elements we are not selecting form a contiguous subarray in the middle of the array. And since we want the selected wrapping sum to be maximum, the subarray in the middle must have the minimum possible sum. Mathematically, the maximum circular sum is equal to the total sum of the array minus the minimum subarray sum. To find this minimum subarray sum, we can reuse Kadane's algorithm logic. Instead of looking for the maximum, we modify the condition to track the minimum sum encountered so far. There is one crucial edge case to handle. If all numbers in the array are negative, our logic of subtracting the minimum subarray from the total might return 0, which implies an empty subarray. This is usually not allowed. In this specific scenario, the answer should simply be the largest single negative number, which is what standard Kadane's algorithm would return. Here is the complete algorithm. First, run Kadane's to find the maximum linear sum. Second, run it again with inverted logic to find the minimum linear sum. Third, calculate the total sum. Finally, unless all numbers are negative, return the larger value between the maximum linear sum and the result of total sum minus minimum linear sum. This solution is highly efficient. The time complexity is big O of n because we only make a few linear passes over the array. The space complexity is big O of 1 because we only use a few variables to store our sums, regardless of the input size. This makes it optimal for large datasets.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.